When you wake up, you have two choices. Either you can continue your study or just sleep again. Assalamu alaikum everyone, I am Adnan and today I'm here to tell you guys a presentation on the art of effective study and maximize your learning potential. And today's topic, we are going to cover some techniques related to study, and we are also going to cover how you can minimize the distraction. So let's begin. First, let us understand your learning style. Basically, there are three types of learners: visual learners, auditory learners, and the kinesthetic learners. These are one of my favorite. We'll get later on that. First, let us understand visual learners. These are the type of learners who believe that they can understand through visually, like understanding from the diagrams or even understanding from the charts, and they love to take notes. Then there are the auditory learners. These are the learners like you and me. We are coming here on academy, some academy, just to listen our teachers, so we are getting knowledge from them. So we are the auditory learners. And then there are the kinesthetic learners. These are one of my favorite learners because they don't depend on anyone else. And they love to do their own work by themselves. Now let's move to the next slide. The power of active recall and spaced repetition. Well, the question is, what is active recall? Well, if you are learning something, the process of learning actively, like if you're engaging into studies actively, this is known as the active recall. Like how does this work? For example, you have understood any kind of lecture or any kind of thing, you have to close your notes and start to think from your own mind rather than watching the notes or just seeing the notes all the time. This is a complete waste of time. Stop using notes again and again. Just close your notes and start to recall it from your own brain. Let your mind think. This will probably going to change your life if you try this in your daily routine. And then there is the spaced repetition. This is kind of basic, but it works for most of the people. But how does it work? Well, for example, you woke up in the morning and you understood a topic, and by the evening, the 40% of the topic is removed from our memory. How? Because our mind works like that, right? So you have to revise it again and again till your mind develops strong, so that you can love that knowledge forever. Now let's move to the next slide. We will try to keep this as short as we possibly can. Creating the perfect study environment and schedule. Well, the environment shapes how you're going to think. Well, the environment has a very great impact on you. How? For example, if you're going outside and the weather is quite hot, it's a scorcher, so your body will automatically going to sweat, right? This is the power of the environment. So you have to have a great, nice, neat and clean and a healthy environment where no one can disturb you, no one can call your names, etc. And the question is, how we can minimize our distractions in that environment? Well, nowadays, one of the most greatest and one of the most enormous and giant distraction is our cell phone. We are distracted by our cell phone very easily. For example, when we are studying, boom, a notification pops up, your whole focus is ruined. So you need to turn off your phone or even try to put it on do not disturb mode. It will help you a lot, trust me. Note-taking techniques that actually work. Well, I believe that taking notes is completely a waste of time. But the question is why? Well, when you are taking any kind of notes, your mind have a sense of fulfillment that you have achieved something. But in the reality, you are just passively writing it. So I would suggest not to take notes. Try to actively recall from your brain rather than passively learning or writing on the notes. So don't take notes, I guess. Now the question is how you can understand large and enormous topics in very short period of time. Well, the answer to that question is break it into the manageable chunks. How? How you are going to break it into manageable chunks? For example, there is a topic of heart. First, there's a level part, the heart, then its definition, then it's like structures, and then there is like a diagram or something. So you have to break it into the smaller parts, then you can manage. First, understand the basic part, then move it on, then move it on. I'm sure if you use this, you're going to understand this topic or any other topic very much easily, trust me. The role of sleep, exercise, nutrition in learning. I've seen many students who go like who study all the time, all night long, just to like S on the test or get better marks on the test, and they are ruining their sleep schedule. They are even ruining their nutrition, not taking supplements, or not doing enough exercise. They're not engaging any kind of physical work. So you guys need to manage all of the things. First, there's the important that you need to get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum. That's the minimum requirement because sleep is one of the most crucial things, believe me. Then there's the exercise. You need to get your exercise right, right? Go do some push-ups, lift some weight, start running. This is one of the most crucial things, believe me. Then there's the nutrition. You need to get your supplements, your food intake, your vitamins intake right. This all things will shape how you are going to think. This all thing will decide how you are going to respond to any kind of situation. Because if you become physically strong, your mental mind will automatically become stronger. So I'll try to recommend you all to follow all these. Well, if you implement all of the things that I just taught you now, I hope that your studies and your life will become drastically changed. If you guys have any question, you may ask. Otherwise, I may leave. No, thank you so much.